Deep beneath the ocean's surface, where silence rules and mysteries hide beneath the waves, something massive is moving in the darkness. Something that can appear without warning the moment you feel safe. Did you see it? In just a few seconds, an ordinary boat trip can turn into a terrifying encounter with one of the largest creatures on Earth. Gigantic whales emerging dangerously close to humans. Real footage of people who were only meters away from an unbelievable disaster. And even though most of them escaped by pure luck, one terrifying question still remains. What if they weren't so lucky? Could a human body actually survive being swallowed by a whale? And what really happens inside the mouth of such a colossal creature? Get ready to witness heart-stopping moments, because what you're about to see isn't science fiction. It's real events captured on camera. Something is lurking beneath the water. Do you see it? Has anyone ever been swallowed by a whale before? It sounds like something straight out of a legend, but what if it actually happened? This is What If, and here's what would happen if you were swallowed by a whale. If you've never seen a whale up close, it's almost impossible to understand just how enormous these creatures truly are. They aren't just big, they're absolutely colossal. To put it into perspective, the blue whale is the largest animal ever known to exist on Earth. Its tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant, and its massive body is large enough to fit between 400 and 500 people inside. Standing next to one would feel less like facing an animal, more like staring at a moving skyscraper beneath the ocean. But thankfully, we wouldn't have to worry about a blue whale swallowing us anytime soon. Despite their massive size, the anatomy of these giants makes it nearly impossible for them to swallow a human whole. Instead, we should probably be more concerned about their smaller relatives, sperm whales. Back in 1891, a chilling story emerged that shocked people around the world. Reports claimed that a man had been completely swallowed by a sperm whale and somehow lived to tell the story. The man's name was James Bartley. According to the tale, the whale attacked the ship he was working on, and during the chaos, James disappeared beneath the ocean. But the real shock came the following day. After the crew managed to kill the whale and drag it onto the ship, they cut open its stomach, only to discover James Bartley unconscious inside, but still alive. His survival, however, came with horrifying consequences. His skin, especially on his face and arms, had turned completely pale white, and he had gone blind, all because of the powerful stomach acids inside the whale. However, as the years passed, more and more people began questioning the story. Did James Bartley really get swallowed by a whale? Think about it for a second. Would the stomach acids of a massive whale really stop at simply bleaching someone's skin? Using modern science, researchers took a much closer look at the claim, and they quickly uncovered a terrifying reality. If you were actually swallowed by a whale, coming back out with pale white skin would be the least of your concerns. The very first danger you'd face inside a sperm whale would be its enormous teeth. Sperm whales possess a terrifying set of sharp teeth, each measuring around 20 centimeters long, roughly the size of an average chef's knife. And even worse, a sperm whale can have anywhere between 40 and 50 of these massive teeth. In other words, before you could even think about surviving, there's a very high chance you'd be ripped to pieces instantly. But let's say you were unbelievably lucky and somehow made it past those deadly jaws. That's when your horrifying journey downward would begin. Next, you'd begin sliding down the whale's massive throat. In that dark and slimy tunnel, fear wouldn't be your only problem. Even breathing would become nearly impossible. With almost no oxygen and rising levels of methane gas inside the whale's body, your lungs would slowly begin to suffocate. At the same time, the powerful throat muscles would contract and expand repeatedly, forcing you deeper and deeper inside, as if the whale's entire body was swallowing you in slow motion. But the worst part was still to come. As you descended further, powerful hydrochloric acid would begin eating away at your skin, starting a slow and painful chemical burn. And yes, by this point, James Bartley's story is already sounding more unbelievable by the second. And honestly, you'd be right to question it. But where's the fun in stopping now? Soon after, you'd be dropped into the first and largest of the whale's multiple stomachs. You'd probably remain trapped there for quite a while. But on the bright side, you might not be surrounded by complete darkness. A strange glow could appear around you from bioluminescent squid or other glowing